One person in Hollywood, Will Smith, continues to see his brand plummet. I think he's going to have a rough couple of years. Chris Rock, when he did his Netflix special, a lot of people watched it. A lot of people talked about it. And anybody who had the whole entanglement thing fly over their head, well, they know what it meant now. What's funny is even anime fans are digging on him now. Now, I don't know the context of this meme because I don't watch One Piece, but I'm told if you do, within the context of the show, this makes a lot of sense and it's very funny. I just find it funny that even anime fans are jumping in and now dunking on Will Smith. Will Smith's stock is just in the toilet. It's just, I don't know if it can ever recover. He's going to try. He's planning a comeback. He's going to try to come back with Bad Boys 4 and become a movie star again. And can you really look at someone like him as a movie star anymore? After finding out especially the business that him and his wife do on the side, nobody can really look at him as like a high tea guy anymore. I mean, a high tea guy would never do that. But that's where Will Smith is. You have more people coming out calling him a bully. This is from March 12th, not even that long ago. I was bullied by Will Smith. I get no joy from Oscars slap fallout, but now he knows how it feels to be butt of a joke. Will Smith does practice selective outrage like Chris Rock talked about in his show. And when you find out someone like him is a giant bully, a diva per se, it really doesn't shock anybody. Nobody's shocked that Will Smith is a narcissist bully because he gets bullied by his wife. In his relationship, Will Smith is the woman. Jada Pinkett Smith is definitely the man of that relationship. It's undebatable at this point, and it probably does piss off Will Smith. So Will Smith goes out there and he bullies other people to make himself feel better. Try to make himself feel like a man. He wanted to look like a tough guy on stage. That's why he went up and smacked Chris Rock. And it's now backfired in his face spectacularly. I don't think that he'll ever recover from this, especially after what the man did to him during that show. And now we've got more celebrities coming in and talking about it. Adam Sandler reveals what he thought about it. Unbelievably funny. Adam Sandler reveals he didn't think Chris Rock went too far with his jokes about Will and Jada Pinkett Smith in his comedy special. Now, why I think this is funny is because nobody is afraid of Will Smith. Like, he's become the punching bag of Hollywood. Now, usually, you wouldn't hear anybody talk about something like this, but because it's now trendy to make fun of him, even Adam Sandler is willing to get out there and give his 2 cents on it. It's a big difference between a few months ago and now. This is one of the same reasons why everyone's making fun of Harry and Meghan now. Chris Rock kind of ripped that Band-Aid off along with South Park. So you're going to probably hear more people talk about this now. Adam Sandler has revealed he didn't think Chris Rock went too far with his jokes about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. The 51st Date star has reflected on the comedian's recent Netflix comedy special Selective Outrage, where he addressed last year's Oscars slap and the fallout from the controversial incident. Asked if Rock went too far with the special, the 56-year-old actor told People magazine, "Never thought that in my life. I thought it was unbelievably relaxed, funny, thoughtful, crushed it, and was real to himself." He even claimed the stand-up special was a big moment was as big a moment as the Super Bowl, and he immediately tuned in for a second viewing. He added, "It was exciting to watch as when the Super Bowl is on. I thought about it all weekend. All right, Rock is doing his thing tonight." Saturday, watched it in my kitchen, laughed my ass off, immediately watched it right after. It was one of the best experiences. I thought it was amazing. Then the article goes on to repeat all the things that we know about how Will Smith practices selective outrage and how he's kind of a bitch. I mean, who lets their wife sleep with other men? That's gross. Will Smith sitting there wandering around. And then, every time her son brings, she's got some issues going on. There was that thing with crisscross, apparently, the young minors when they were dancing in their backwards jeans. Jada Pinkett Smith, who was over 18, was trying to get her some of that, allegedly. But I tend to think that there might be some credit to it, especially when you consider that every time her son brought a friend home, she was checking him up and down because she hooked up with her son's friend. That is weird. Will Smith's like, nothing wrong here. It's an entanglement. Well, everyone knows what entanglements mean now, thanks to Chris Rock. Everybody knows that means she's banging her husband's son's or her son's friends. I say that. Who even knows if that's Will Smith's kids? Never know. The way she gets around. So, how many other people are going to come out and talk about how great that special was? To me, I'm looking at this, and Adam Sandler is basically calling Will Smith a bitch, which I think is funny. I watched it twice. It was so great. I didn't think it was bad at all. Adam Sandler, his wife's not in any entanglements, that's for sure. How many people are going to come out and take shots at Will Smith? I mean, this is like the fourth or fifth person that's come out and talked about this. And the thing about this and why this is a big deal is because it keeps Will Smith's name in the news cycle in a negative light longer. Every time things start to calm down, articles like this come out, or how the One Piece fandom is dunking on him, or how somebody else was bullied by him. It doesn't look good for him. And his little comeback plans, this is why he was, quote, at least from somebody that knows him, hurt and made fun of, or talked shit about Chris Rock and how it was a low brow what he did and all that shit. Anyway, he doesn't like having his brand dragged through the mud. He's trying to come back. That's why he laid low for a year. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.